These shoes were about as stable as your relationship with your high school sweetheart right when you guys are about to go to college. Nike, what the hell are you doing with your shoes? You literally have 4 lines of premier men's tennis shoes. That's about the same number of times a female gets asked for nudes per hour when she's using Bumble or Tinder. Personally, this is way too many lines of shoes to keep track of. In all honesty, other than the shoe being named React Vapor NXT, which sounds like a cool new drug college kids are doing, it actually looks pretty cool. Nonetheless though, let's see how it plays. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. This was the worst break-in period of a tennis shoe I've ever worn, both in terms of the intensity of the discomfort and the frequency it took to actually kind of break it in. It took me about 4 hours of straight hitting before these shoes began to feel anywhere near playable in a competitive setting. And before the 4-hour mark, I seriously thought the outer soles of my feet were going to break the whole hitting session. And even after the 4-hour mark, it still takes me at least 25 minutes of moving around them intensely to feel anywhere near comfortable. And even after the break-in period, these shoes' comfort were just average. It did snug my narrow feet pretty well when unlaced and walking off the court, in the office, or going for a run, or in the gym lifting, but it's nothing that is I would consider above average. These shoes were about as stable as your relationship with your high school sweetheart right when you guys are about to go to college. I can't believe Nike would release a shoe with this lack of stability. Several times during my regular baseline rallies, I thought I was gonna break my ankle because of these 2 words: heel slippage. By a long mile, I've never felt so many times my ankles were actually gonna slip out of these premier tennis shoes. I would be very surprised if no one out there has legitimately rolled or even broken their ankle on an aggressive cut or change of direction because of this lack of oversight by Nike. It's really frustrating seeing a shoe that has this much of a break-in period and no stability, and inspiring no confidence for aggressive cuts on defensive slides on the hard court. This is the second worst tennis shoe for stability, second to only Wilson tennis shoes. Every single Wilson tennis shoe ever made. And trust me, Wilson tennis shoes are really, really bad. The traction was actually okay because of the massive amount of heel slippage, and I'm assuming a lot of other people have felt that too. The traction was actually hard to grasp, but after thinking about it for a long time, the traction was actually pretty good, if not even great, for the Nike React Vapor NXT. This shoe felt fast. Arguably the best part of this shoe, well, it's either that or the traction. Honestly, through the air, this shoe definitely felt like 2 to 3 ounces lighter than it actually is. And obviously that's a compliment. Whoever did the aerodynamics of this shoe should be rewarded. He or she did a fantastic job. As of now, a 10.5 men's size shoe is weighing in at about 15.8 ounces. I'm just having trouble understanding why Nike would even make this shoe. It is completely anti-consumer. Even if it was a shoe with a decent break-in period, even if it did have no heel slippage, even if it had a 6-month durability guarantee, which it obviously does not, it's hard to ask a normal person to buy them for $160. The only upside to this shoe is that it feels fast for its weight and has good traction. As for you guys, you have been warned about these shoes. In all honesty, I hope you warn others as well. And as always, happy hitting.